Okay, there's no audio on the desktop, obviously, because I'm in this. So you guys just gonna have to use your wild imagination. But one thing I want to talk about today, this might change the course of history on our channel, but will be the biggest idea I want to do. But I need your guys' approval to do this, because I want to make sure you guys watch it. Because I had an idea. What if I made a fan-made show about an underrated old character of Marvel Comics, Flexo? And not the old one, technically. Not this version where he's like happy and cheery. Not this version. Well, technically this version, but it's kind of weird to explain. Not this one from the comic, but the same character that the comic in their universe was about. But, you know, the cover up, the murders he did. Because let me explain something real quick, his backstory. These two guys found an asteroid with a symbiote inside. Not actually the originally planned for. Not the original, like, technically, so it won't mention any of this in this one. But they did technically retcon all that and just made it a comic inside the comics, so it's weird. But this character exists, but a little tiny... He cut his hand, a little tiny blood went inside it. They figured out it also worked with chocolate because the same chemical in chocolate. They feed off of brain. That's why they literally focus on eating your brain. Like a weird zombie. All that. And the stories that happen in this technically did happen. Except Flexo had a real murder lust. Yeah, he fucking killed them. And the non-toxic gas in the comics, in these comics, was just a cover-up for him murdering people. And the only reason he actually obeyed was because they fed him. Now, he went in the Venom War, which was Venom's son fighting against him, getting other Eddie Brocks, all of that. Yes, he has a son that's part symbiote. It's weird. I'm not trying to get into whole those can of worms. It's for the original OG comic people that already read this and was wondering what the happened to Flexo. Now, I got an idea. What if there was a story about Flexo, except it's actually like following him after the Venom War and where he would be? Because he is a symbiote. And here's... Also, I'm not following the other one that got created. But this is what he looks like. Also looks like that, but... This one will probably be brought up way more. And also, this one is not him. Originally it was, but it was explained later on that it was just when they he does get broken out, but when they freeze him, they made another one that joined Armor and also died. This one will probably be brought up in the series. Flexo would bring him up, but yeah, that joined Armor. He dies, I think. I think he dies. And he looks really weird in it, apparently. But yeah, Flexo looks like that. But Flexo is a symbiote, and he could take bullets, all of that. Now, this series would be following him wandering the streets and all that. What the fuck? Okay. Sorry. Now, if I made this fan-made series, it'd be about him And yes, Spider-Man would appear. Same with Venom. Same with those two characters would appear in the series. But it'd be mostly a main about Flexo and his big goal in it. In the very first episode, it would be about how he finds a comic of himself and realizes he was created to be good. And also Venom, he can be good. That Flexo, this Flexo that's been created, does not have to be a murderous killing machine. And so the entire story would be focusing about his A plot, helping people, and his B plot of feeding his hunger, which would turn very twisted and fucked up. Where it'd be showing him consuming people, either the people that are trying to contain him again, or random civilians. Where in the middle of the night, in abandoned buildings, shut down places, he'd be consuming people, looking like this design, but he would eventually change into this design. Back into this design, as I would say. But I'm gonna be making this if you guys want it. Is the point. Now, it would take way longer because I do not have good animation skills and I want this to look as good as possible, so I'd be perfecting myself and perfecting until it looks really good. But Flexo would be literally the main focus, even in the Spider-Man episode. Obviously, he won't kill Spider-Man because, like, it's Spider-Man, and also Spider-Man would probably be able to handle him anyways. But Flexo would either, I would have two ways of doing this. Either having him talk psychedelically so he could change his voice if he wants to, or have him actually talk. But I think it'd look weird because his mouth doesn't really move. Or I don't think, at least. I don't never seen it. None of these pictures show him with his mouth open besides this one. And he's literally just consuming someone. He's not like laughing or anything. But he would be out loose on the streets. And quite pissed. And that would be the series. Him being about Flexo. Trying to be this Flexo, but also kind of being this Flexo, too. A murderous robot guy like thing. Murder symbiote. But also trying to be the good comic looking guy. And I would probably come to a point where it'd be like a mix of these two designs, but I would do the first episode if you guys approve of this. I'm gonna post this also on my TikTok, so those people on TikTok could also just give their opinion. But the whole entire thing would be about him saving. Also probably dealing with villains like, and also he's kind of more of an anti-hero than an actual hero in this. Because again, he's doing terrible shit. But he still has good intentions. It'd be like good intentions mixed with bad intentions. And it would be fan-made. None of this, obviously, would be supported by Marvel, because it would be my own fan-made thing, because I heard about him today, and I was like, wow, I kind of want to make a series about him. And again, this one would be brought up somewhere in there. And this one wouldn't change designs, obviously, but nah. But this murderous, maniacal kind of fuck would be the main focus. of the entire thing. Also, probably need to get creepy scenes like this, which you would in some episodes, but not entirely all the time. Because again, he would also feed on chocolate, because chocolate symbiotes also like. But it'll be pointed out why he eats so fucking much. In this fan-made series, I don't want Marvel to get pissed at me and saying this is a series that Marvel made. No, I'm gonna make this as a fan-made, not connected to Marvel at all, besides using their character to make a funny story. Not a funny story, a fun story. And maybe one day continuing this one. Except it'd be fan-made as also. Because I cannot get their attention. I would not try to get their attention. Because I like making fan-made stuff. I'm trying to point out that it's fan-made so none of you say, Marvel's coming out with a new indie show. And then, because obviously this would have thousands of subscribers instead of 100. Which we're getting close to, but still. Also subscribe, but yeah, I just wanted to tell you this. This is all. If you guys don't want it, I won't make it. But if you do want it, I will make it. And it might look like shit. I'm sorry. I'll try my best to learn how to shade and make it look 3D and comic book like, so it will look good. But Eddie Brock would be referenced in it. Same with Venom and probably other Marvel comics. Because I think my friend likes them. But also, you get stuff like this where he's being evil. But it's not really him being evil. It would be explained why he consumes so fucking much and why. Kind of mixed with evil, mixed with good. And it would be pointed out later, don't worry, I'm not ignorant. I'm not going to be like, why is he trying to kill people? He's a good guy. Ha 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 ha. I'd be like, a mix of the line of him being like an anti-hero kind of thing. More of. Because he's doing good things, but also doing horrible, fucked up shit. Which he knows what he's doing. He would know what he's doing. But that's all I wanted to ask you guys. Just give me your opinion down in the comments. Not comics, oh my god. Comments. Down in the comments below. Give me your opinion. Would you want to see this? Okay, bye bye.